We just finished the cooking studio build and I might have added a couple of pounds, so we're going to start the new chapter, and that's going to be fitness studio. As always, over the next 5 episodes, we're going to take the studio from beginner level creator to pro level creator. All right, let's be honest. What we have is not going to work. We have unfinished concrete and we don't even have drywall. So maybe the first thing we need to do is head to Lowe's and grab some drywall. Let's go. All right, guys, so I measured it out. We're going to need 10 sheets of drywall and some concrete leveler. Let's go ahead and head inside and go ahead and grab it. So this is just a simple studio build. I'm just going to do the half inch at $14.98 piece. So 10 sheets, going to be about $150. We'll go ahead and load these up, and then we'll grab some more drywall gear and some mud and some leveling concrete. Welcome to the Small Creator Studio workout room. It doesn't look like much because we have unfinished concrete and exposed studs, but here in about 5 episodes, this thing's going to look like a pro level studio. So let's cover a couple things that we're going to fix on episode 1 of the studio build. So the obvious issue is that we don't have a background. So we need to get the drywall up. Before we do that, we need to throw some insulation in there. And this floor is uneven, so we need to get this leveled out. Let's level out the concrete, then we'll start on the wall. All right, so we got the place cleaned up a little bit. It's ready for some sealant and some floor leveler, but we need to take care of the walls first. That way we can stand on the floor while we're doing the walls. So let's go ahead and get some insulation and we'll get the drywall done. Lunchtime. I'm gonna be honest. This is the reason why we need the workout studio. This is the real reason why there's too many calories. Check this thing out. This is Whataburger. 5 meat, 5 cheese Whataburger. Take a look at that thing. That's a lot of meat and cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and we'll get right back to it here in just a second. All right, so we got the drywall mudded up and we're just waiting for the mud to dry. But if you look at the floor, you can see that we have two different levels. So we need to get some leveler on here to get this thing leveled out. And there's also a crack here, so we need to put a little bit of sealant on this crack and pour some leveling compound. So we're gonna go ahead and do that next. We've got the sealant on there. Let's mix up this leveler and get it poured on. All right, so the drywall is not perfect, but we're going to be done with it for now. The mud is still a little bit wet and it's not completely smooth, but I've got like a 24-hour time window to get this whole thing done. And I'm not planning on selling the studio to anybody, so we're going to go ahead and press on. We're going to put some drywall primer on this, even over the wet mud, and we're going to go ahead and get it painted. You'll see the color here in just a second. And then we'll go ahead and get the floor swept up and put some flooring down, and we'll see what this thing looks like. All right, we went with the light blue called ice rink blue because basically it's light and calm, and it's the grays and the whites are what you're gonna see on most contemporary fitness studios. So let's go ahead and get this ice rink blue put on the wall, and we'll see where we are from there. All right, so we got the wall done. The paint's starting to dry, and so we're almost done with that. I know it's not perfect, but it'll do this time. If you take a look down here, you can see that concrete's basically done. That thing's hard, so next thing to do would be to actually put some mats down. You can see we got some mats sitting over here, some gym mats. So we're gonna go ahead and get those things down. I'm gonna have to cut a notch because in that spot right there with that water pipe, we're gonna have to cut a notch where it hits the floor. So we'll go ahead and get that started now, and this thing's about done. Not bad, still a lot of work to do. We gotta do something with this pipe and this window because it's hideous. But join us next time on episode 2 when we add some gym gear to this place. And don't forget to check out the new channel, Small Creator Unfiltered, where we go behind the scenes. We'll see you guys next time on Small Creator Studio.